Chris came through.
Chris never comes through. Don't. Hello, welcome to MrGarrell. All right, how's everybody doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Oh yeah, not without my weekly injuries, but
What'd you do this time? What'd you do this time?
I got hit by a branch.
Would have been cool if you said a bus, but we'll go with branch.
It's I feel like every time I see that, there's one R and two L's, or there's two L's and one R.
Yeah.
Or there's one R and one L.
Yeah, it's there's like two of them running around, and for some reason the computer picks up. It's the exact same one I've downloaded, but it picks up the one that has one R, L, and sometimes it does the one that has two L's. I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna have to find the messed up one and like literally destroy it from the face of the planet to make sure it never shows.
Secret variant. That's all.
Secret variant, yeah. Hello, Dennis Tran.
Oh, he's here.
How you know? You know, listen. Get Tran here.
Stick around for a couple of minutes.
Oh, gonna go down here. All right, let's see. Okay, first off, I forgot to put I don't own Disney. Listen. I forgot to put it in the title. And I already know I messed up. I don't own this. I don't pretend to own this. You are all that is good in the world, and I am all that is bad. Okay. There's background music now. Focus. I didn't put in the title that I don't own it, but clearly I don't own this, people. I am not billions of dollars. Let's hope for the best, and you're going to find out why.
You got a high production crew.
You're going to find out why I'm begging them. Please, okay? Just don't.
Kit Fisto was a Force-sensitive Natulan male, Jedi Master during the final years of the Galactic Republic. He was known as having some of the finest dueling skills in the Jedi Order. He was even regarded by Jedi Master Mace Windu as one of the greatest lightsaber duelists the Order ever had. Fisto served as a Jedi General in the Grand Army of the Republic during the Clone Wars. He fought in various campaigns over the course of the war. He was even later accepted as a member of the Jedi High Council. Fisto took part in several battles during the early stages of the war, fighting in Geonosis and on the planet Hishrish. Following the escape of the Separatist leader Newt Gunray, Fisto and his former Padawan were sent to track him down. However, instead, they end up facing the notorious Jedi Hunter, General Grievous. Unfortunately, his former Padawan perished at the hands of Grievous, and although Fisto came very close to beating him, he had to escape. And during the schism between the Mon Calamari and the Corran peoples on Mon Cala, Fisto was sent to aid against the Separatists. But with the Separatist victory getting very close, Fisto and several others escaped into hiding, but eventually were captured and tortured. The Mon and the Corran later reunited and repelled the Separatists, aided by Fisto. This led to Fisto taking a more active role on the High Council. As the end of the war drew near, Anakin Skywalker revealed that Chancellor Palpatine was indeed a Sith Lord, and Mace Windu took Fisto and fellow masters to Palpatine's office to arrest him. The Dark Lord easily killed the other two masters, and Fisto only lasted a few seconds longer, until he met his end. We discussed one of the best Jedi Masters, one of the best Jedis with a lightsaber, Kit Fisto. Join us.
I don't know. That thing was like getting ready to start again. I don't know what that was about. I don't know
why you were begging, because you had my favorite show there, and
yeah.
I feel like he's always like this.
Let's not bring attention to it.
He's always poor kid Fisto. As time went on, the drug addiction, the spice addiction became too much for him.
Yes. So we are here to discuss actually one of my favorites, Kit Fisto.
Mm-hmm.
Before we came on, my wife said, "Enjoy talking about Squid Man."
No, it's pretty good. I also saw somebody made fun of him when I was looking at pictures of him, because I didn't do a thumbnail either. When they were making pictures of him, was the baby from Men in Black, and they were like, "That was Kit Fisto before he got sent off." Yeah, that's pretty good. Revan or Nihilus? Ooh, Jesus! Why are you coming out throwing haymakers, son?
Revan.
I would say Revan just because I'm a fan.
Because the what's it called?
He survives literally on fandom alone.
Yeah. He can survive on the power of the fanboy. That's the strongest power in the world.
That'd be
I
an
think
interesting
the
fight.
Outcast easily beat not easily beat Nyla. So
All right, so a few fun facts I found out about him. He could use the Force to control water, like streams and such.
waterbender, eh?
He's a waterbender. He's got it all. He got all the powers. He was also originally was supposed to be a new. Is it Kid Fisto or just Fisto? Mr. Fisto, possibly. Well, how you doing anyway? TG Ape God. I don't know why, but that's pretty much top name right there. Anything an ape or god in it, it's gonna be. But anyway, he was originally supposed to be the bad guy. He was going to be a Sith, I read, and he tell me where you think this is going. They were going back and forth between him being bald and dreadlocks. They settled on bald, and then they this is actually for the movie. And then when they got Count Dooku, they decided they were going to go ahead and not use him. And then they got that bald, and they kept going with it until they eventually got Ventress, and that's what Ventress was originally started off. I swear, that's what I'm reading. Wow. Here's the best part. So our daddy Lucas, well, because he was like a skinny guy, and he had like dreads. He didn't have the little things, and then he went bald, and then they decided to turn into Ventress. Here's the thing, Daddy Lucas, and all of his very uncomfortable usage of people of color and other cultures that said, hey, where does that dude with the dreadlocks? I want that guy back. And they took the hey dude with the dreadlocks and they turned him into that guy. And I think just by some of the reading around the edges there, that perhaps it's because even they were a little uncomfortable with the hey, bring me the dreadlock guy, and they turned him into a squid guy instead.
Huh. I mean, you had in the episode before that, you had Jar Jar, and then you bring the other Jamaican dude in there.
And both live in water worlds too.
Yeah, that is true.
It's funny because, well, I mean, also like I said, Revan he's been legendized. Only like those ones that like engulfed entire planets could ever probably do anything to him. Yeah. So that was kind of his thing. I guess at first he didn't really want to be a duelist. He just wanted to be like peace. Like again, now that you see him all smiley all the time and like, oh bro, now you kind of see why, because he was the first dreadlocks guy. And he just wanted to have peace on the land, but then he was forced into service, and once he didn't look back because he ended up being a very amazing duelist. Now, here is my question. He is supposed to be the world's one of the best duelists the Jedi Order has had. Then you have Mace Windu. I'm assuming the greatest duelist the world has ever had. How come both of them died within like 30 seconds? I mean, Mace Windu held out for a little bit longer.
To the same guy, too.
To the same guy. And they brought their whole squad. You know what I mean? Like they kicked in the door like they were a rap group going to a strip club, and they got their asses whipped in like 30 seconds. So how good were the actual Jedi at fighting? Because that's a little embarrassing.
Well, it's interesting that scene in the movie. So it just like it snaps it over right away. You already have
always making it awkward. Always got to make it awkward. But yes,
they all die immediately, and then like Mace Windu immediately runs off, and they're fighting that way. And then have you ever read the Revenge of the Sith novelization?
Yes, I have.
No, I haven't.
So for Kachun, there's a really specific that scene. There's a lot of detail that's left out, but anyways, part of it is it goes into how like Sidious actually killed the R2, and it made more sense. But Fisto and Mace Windu actually survived fighting a lot longer than that, like at least for a bit longer. And as the fight goes, so you just see Fisto in the movie get slashed across the chest and die. In the original script and the novelization, he gets his head cut off. His head flies off and lands on the table, and he's smiling as his head's smiling.
Why didn't they do that? I mean, they
would have got that R rating really bad.
Chop heads off so many people.
There's actually, if you go look at YouTube, you can actually find out that a lot of those movies he made, the three movies, were pretty violent. He toned all of them way down. They were pretty violent though.
Mm-hmm. And so he did hold his own a little longer.
But if it makes sense, like if you look at it, like let's say you're making a movie and you wanted it to be real, like right, like this is going to be the real, and was going to have politics and everything else, and you turn it into like a borderline Scarface, and then all of a sudden, because you know that, hey, listen, I got to sell toys here. I got everybody's heads getting cut off. Parents ain't gonna buy no toys. So then you make Scarface, right? And then you make it where there's no violence, no drugs, and very little cursing. How good of a movie is Scarface, really? And I think that's kind of what happened in those first 3 movies. It was like, once you take away all the violence and all the unnecessary stuff, what is it really now?
Speaking of duels, I saw a meme the other day that listed all the top duels in the movies and the shows.
Oh no!
What would you guys be? What would be like your top 2?
From like legitimate stuff or like cartoons?
Movies and shows, and any of the duels you've seen.
Loaded question got us already.
Listed at the top was obviously the Kenobi,
the Duel Fates,
Jin
and
Maul.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some people had Kenobi and Anakin up high. But
you know what? I would have guessed that one, but the only reason why I would have said nah is because that was, if you go back and look at it, that was a bunch of shenanigans. There was a bunch of around the back curly cues. It was completely ridiculous at times. There was so much curly cues and nonsense going on in that. If I had a sharpened stick, I could have just went poke as they're doing all their behind the backs, like poke, poke.
Obviously, the Luke Vader, I think the second one, but I think that's more nostalgic. It is pretty good.
But actually, the one that in here, which I was trying to do, not that anybody really cares, but I have a very low powered laptop. Actually, Chris in this thing, he said he was going to buy me a new one, but it never showed up. I have a very low powered laptop. Well, it's actually a pretty good laptop. I've just been using it a lot, and the editing software would not work anymore. And so today, with about 40 minutes before we came on today, I had to learn one of their harder ones. I had to learn DaVinci and teach myself DaVinci in about 20 or 30 minutes. So that way I could try to edit some stuff. So I only got that one video done in time because DaVinci's got a lot of knobs and doodads compared to the other one I was using. But one of the ones I was going to show was another good one, but it is cartoon, is actually Kit Fisto and General Grievous. That was actually a pretty good fight. Yeah. Because General Grievous kills his former Padawan right there. This Padawan was terrible, by the way. He was not.
Come on, I think the Padawan stood a chance.
Listen, I think Ahsoka and Maul was really good.
That was a good one. But if you look at if you go back and look at that one, I know I should have had the clip here, but he was like definitely Star Trek with a guy. What color are they when they go out? Like green or red? You know, that's the guy that's going to die first.
Oh, red shirts, yeah.
Okay, that when you see that thing, you could tell that the whole point of him existing is to go out and be sacrificed to General Grievous, so that way Kit Fisto could watch it on a monitor and then go there and engage him in battle. That was like the whole reason he existed, because he was a terrible fighter. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind in here. I can already feel it. Hello, Bake the Snake. Bake the Snake. Y'all see what Bake the Snake gave me? Did you see? Did you see? Did you see? Did you see? Did you see?
That's amazing.
Mando. I have 1, 2, and then especially this guy, friends, I asked to help out. Nothing, nobody, no one came to help.
It was hard to get.
I didn't even get it. My shop didn't have any.
You know who your true friends are. Just saying. You know your true friends.
I think there's only a couple of stores here that got some of those.
So he actually held his own really well against General Grievous. He's probably one of the only ones that held his own,
especially by himself, like not having
and the General Grievous, his boys jumped into that fight too. So he had a squad with him.
Grievous, the movie Grievous. I mean, we covered that. But
the reason why this is not true, I just don't pay for comics. I don't pay for them. It's not that I don't read them. It's totally different. The reason why I added, God, I'm so sorry, Disney. The reason why I added the cartoon that shall not be named.
That's one of the best episodes.
Because that is one of the best episodes. It is amazing. There's almost no words. If you get the chance, I think it's, what is it, like the 93? I think it's called.
It's in the first. It's in the.
What year was
second?
it?
2003.
I think it is. Yeah. So look up Clone Wars 2003. Even Kit Fisto if you get a chance. Not do it the correct way through Disney. I don't know how to do it the correct way. Anyway, they barely talk in that whole thing, and it's amazing. The animation is great. We all know that guy is a great artist. It's
And
just a
one
really good-
of the most interesting things you see in that is his lightsaber. His lightsaber is one of the most interesting ones because it actually has 2 crystals in it, so that he's able to actually emit it under the water.
Yeah.
So it doesn't short circuit it.
Oh, you need 2.
You 2, and he has like an emitter, a separate emitter in between both of them, so you can toggle between like, surface and underwater.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah. So he later, after getting his people back, the squids and all those underwater folks that got him back in line, that's where he decided to take a
Calamari.
little more active role. It became a Jedi Council member.
King Shark.
He became a Jedi Council member just long enough to be killed, like we just said, basically.
One movie worth.
It does.
Yeah, you'd think everyone would get electrocuted.
Yes. Okay, I'm losing the fight. Like, turn it back on.
So yeah, that's the Kit Fisto in the movies, and he didn't appear very much in the movies.
Yeah, it's very limited. Again,
Oh,
a lot of these Jedi didn't have a lot.
You could look up, like, it'll say like movies only Kit Fisto, and it's a lot of like him. Mostly you just see the green dreads kind of like walking this way, walking that way, and there's a few of him actually, he smiles apparently a lot. But other than that, that was pretty much it.
The smiling Jedi, yeah, as you call it.
Like, if you look at, I'm not gonna say anything, but if you look at this guy right here, what's going on right here behind the bake the snake, I'm starting to think that maybe the Jedi had a little Kit Fisto. Wait a minute, John's got celebrities in here. Kit Fisto's almost a bad name as Count Dooku. Oh, nice to see you. It's very nice to see you. Chris Lopez is in here, so he'll take that name, both those names, and just go in a place that is not ready for Star Wars.
It's for the parodies.
All right, so you have anything to add as far as the movie of the Kit Fisto?
The movie Kit Fisto.
I looked around. I don't really have anything of collectibles, but I have seen a lot. Kit Fisto is actually very popular, which is kind of weird because he didn't appear a lot. And if you see, like, we have the Order 66 store near me in Dallas that has all Star Wars stuff, and there's statues of Kit Fisto, and they're always really expensive because you can imagine with the long,
Damn.
things that he's very popular. He makes really good statues and stuff. Also, there's tentacles, whatever those are.
Tentacles, yeah.
I also read that they are sensitive, so he can actually feel.
Yeah, I heard.
He can actually sense people through those.
That's one thing I didn't know that I read about. That was
Yes.
interesting about him.
That
Changes in chemical composition, I think it said.
Yeah, something like that.
So when he puts his hood up, that must hurt. Is what you're saying?
It just, it just doesn't feel as good.
Listen, what you guys forget, okay, is that they've had Dark Horse, IDW, IBM, CB4, Marvel, 1,000 books, who've had years of just being able to do whatever the hell they want to do. So some of these secondary guys got some weird things that were like, what do you mean they got into fourth hand? What does that even mean? Like, there's a lot of weird stuff they kind of threw in there. You thought it was what?
It's a dreadhead.
Dread. Dennis Tran's been drinking. All right, so you guys ready to get into the comic book part?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm slightly nervous about this just because Issues helped us with this, and he was kind of
the slides are good.
Protesting.
The slides are good. Don't worry.
Okay, he was a little bit protesting, so I didn't know what was about to happen here. So he's been known to
He
been known
did
to
well.
sneak shit in.
I know he hates praise, but I know that's the best background I think he's done.
All right, so
I
before
just love Cloud City.
You have your favorites.
I should have done this a long time ago. Sorry, we'll do this right now.
Hello there.
That works here.
Why not? All right. Oh yeah, I got it. One of these days, I'm gonna do it without having to go. Oh yeah, I gotta do all this other stuff.
You see, I got my
I was gonna say, I see the big Hoth.
Hoth
What's
Luke.
going on? Oh, pull it
Did
up.
it touch the ceiling?
Pull out your big Luke. Let's see what it's all about.
Big Luke.
Big Luke.
My wife found this at a flea market.
That's nice, dude.
This, and did you see? You've seen the Lando one, right?
Oh,
I think I showed
Craig,
you.
Craig's on his way to pick it up.
Yeah, I was about to say Lando one. I have that
Apparently
one
that's-
from that same line, but I have Han Solo on the Jabba there.
On the Jabberwocky.
Yeah.
That Tauntaun looks so weird.
Yeah, I like the AT-AT.
Does it touch the ceiling on that shelf? It looks like it does.
Yeah,
It's pretty. It's a big fella. Hello. All right. Let's now let's actually share. Share the screen. Hopefully I hope I don't have any risque tabs up.
Mm-hmm.
Not on this computer. It barely runs as it is. There's nothing's ever. This is as clean as it gets. All right. So slideshow, baby.
Fit Kisto.
I believe, didn't we steal this from John? John's in here. Didn't Chris get this idea from John? Didn't he?
He did. Chris stole it from John.
Thank you, John. John's like 5th member and he didn't even know it. There we go. Not sure what the Cloud City has to do with Kid Fisto, but he's not a Star Wars fan.
So yeah, so on the left of the Legends comics, so obviously Attack of the Clones 1 is his first cameo appearance because he shows up in the background of a panel where you can barely even make out it's him. And then issue 4 is his first full appearance. We actually see him fighting. After that, the other one of note is Tales 14. We covered that in Aayla Secura's episode because it's his first cover appearance, and it's also part of the romance with Aayla Secura. And then he
So his wait. His first full appearance. Is he talking or is he just fighting?
He's smiling.
He doesn't talk very much. He kind of just
He's smiling.
That's a first full then. Sure.
Yeah. So then so the so again obviously he shows up back up in the Aayla one shot because we covered that too. And then he pops up in Republic 65 and 66, which is the most story he gets. It involves a hit squad with Mace Windu.
Nice.
And he shows up in Obsession 4 and 5. Again, we covered that with Asajj Ventress. And then he shows up in Revenge of the Sith 3 to die in his death issue.
All really good books. I mean, except Attack of the Clones is not the best comic.
No, it's not.
I do like the movie, but I think
and then in canon, he actually his first canon cameo is in Kanan the Last Padawan 7 because he appears in a cameo in the background again. And his first full appearance in canon is Mace Windu #1, which if you always pay attention behind Kachun, he has little foreshadowing behind him.
Yo.
So it's Easter eggs. Always Easter eggs.
On top of that, there is a 1 in 10 variant which has him on the cover, and a which would be his, I believe, is his first cover. Yeah, canon cover appearances on that variant. And then he shows in. Actually, no. So issue 2 is his first canon cover, or you can call it the variant, either or. And then he shows up in the rest of the Mace Windu miniseries, and he shows up one more time in the Age of Republic special. And that's the last time you see him.
That Mace Windu series is actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
Hoosier, get your act together. This is a professional thing over here, and you're messing up all the time.
Huh?
Oh, you were saying variant. I mean, this one, that one. I'm saying, get your act together. Let's go. Which one is it?
Spec alert. So
I think I ran that in one breath. So
because it's a ratio is considered okay to say his first cover, because I know that a lot of people think that the store exclusives and things like that.
No, that's a dodgy. Yeah,
technically don't count. But I mean,
we all know what counts. What counts is what's the highest selling thing on eBay.
It's exactly right.
What truly counts is just buy every one of these issues.
Holy Jesus!
So this is a big one. Obviously, you're not going to go over it all because there's a lot. So he does show up in the original Clone Wars, the 2D one. He shows up in chapter 1 and 5, and chapter 21 is the one where we saw in the intro, where he's fighting on Mon Cala. One of the best ones. And then he shows up in flashbacks in the Clone Wars 2008 film. And then he's in a lot of the 2008 Clone Wars series, pretty much through most seasons, I believe. And of note is basically Lair of Grievous is the one big one, I'd say.
Yeah.
And then later on, he does near the end with the Ahsoka arc, where she's framed for bombing. She shows up in that pretty significant. He shows up for that pretty significantly, as well as the Naboo arc, where there is a chemical tech. Don't know how to say it.
Right.
So yeah, there he is, tucked right behind, over the shoulder of Mace
Over the
Windu.
shoulder, just like we like it, right over the shoulder.
That's the
It's a damn
qualifier.
Nice, clear, crisp shot of him too. You can see
It's definitely a camp.
I meant to blow these up next week. I'll blow these up.
Mm-hmm.
You can count the freckles on his face. That's so.
It's
And then here, there he is, fighting amongst the crowd, or getting ready, as well as you've seen before, Quinlan and Plo Koon, and all the gangs we've covered before.
oh, look at Saruman in the background.
Look, Saruman here. Look at that. That is amazing.
This is a great cover. I like this one a lot. And this is obviously his first cover appearance.
I need this now.
First Legends
Damn it.
cover appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, its first cover appearance is probably too expensive.
Probably cost you at least $5.
Sounds loud.
First cover appearance of the cover appearances of the first cover appearances.
For two, or yeah. And
Cover your
then
eyes,
here,
guys.
so
Cover your eyes.
obviously we covered this for Aayla Secura. They have a romance, kind of weird. Yeah, they have a romance, even though they are full like Jedi Masters.
Wasn't he just
And,
saving her life?
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, let me. I'm just gonna breathe air into you. Just give me mouth, like,
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah,
That's one way to do it.
yeah.
The oldest trick in the book: let her drown and then save her with the air. Oldest trick in the book.
So he shows up in this issue more or less for a second, in the panel. That's about it.
Spec alert.
We covered that one before. So this is the series where he joins Mace Windu. So if you notice here, it's the exact same team that Mace Windu brought back together for Revenge of the Sith. So you liked working in this hit squad together. So they thought they could take on Sidious,
I'm hoping that they did a better job in his other moments had together because they didn't do a very good job with that one.
Yeah, that's
Why
what
why does Mace have? Is he like he's like a ribbon dancer? Like why is there
Yes.
ribbons around?
he took a free course on the weekends.
Oh my god, that is horrible. How was I prepared?
Yes.
Like he's about to eat somebody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so he's chasing off some people anyways, fighting and getting ready to fight and smile. As you can tell, he does keep his teeth pretty clean.
Since when have you given a crap if I get mad about the stuff you do on here? If you've been holding back, then oh my Jesus, thank you for holding back then. Chris.
He's always upset.
Yeah.
And then, he shows up in the Obsession miniseries with Visage, and he shows up in the last two issues of it.
I like both those. Those are pretty good covers too.
It's another great series.
Yeah.
That's not good.
So-
Read
Another smile.
this. Okay, this is inappropriate. He put this on here on purpose, didn't he? Chris, 'cause that's inappropriate. Why did you put that on here?
It's not my fault. Every panel, him is smiling at the Jedi and
is-
touching them and doing things to them.
This is not. No, we're gonna get.
So Revenge of the Sith. So this is interesting. It's a almost an extended scene of what we see when Anakin goes to Mace to tell him about Palpatine being Sidious.
Okay, can I ask a question though? How many different black guy Jedis do we have here? Because we have this guy, and then this guy's got like a really tall head, and this guy's got a shorter head. This guy is old around the eyes, and this guy is a totally different dude. Clearly, like these are not the same guy. So we got, wow, that's kind of cool. They had like 4 or 5 black balding Jedi guys. That's really cool.
It was a lot of stuntmen.
I think they rushed a lot of those adaptations.
Episode 3 has arguably the worst art in all of them, I will say. But yeah, so here is a little better because you get he doesn't die in the first page, he dies in the second page.
Well, there you go. That's almost giving him a whole nother book before he dies.
Mm-hmm.
Gets to what, 4 panels?
Yeah. Solid 4 panels.
Listen, I know in case somebody says something in the comment section later, I'm not an artist. I realize that. But at the same time, if that was you give up all of the Jedi Order for that, that's not a good I don't think you give up everything for that one.
No. So yeah, so this is the first this would be the first cameo in canon.
Spec alert.
Yeah. So if you look at the very bottom there, next to Mace Windu's angry face, to the left of him, he is standing right there. You can tell by
what you're going with this. Is this official that this is it?
That's him, yeah. It is him.
I know, but this is official. They're going to call this the first appearance because of that.
Cameo. I said.
Oh, okay. I thought you said. I'm sorry. I didn't catch the cameo. I'm sorry.
Cameo. I could call it a.
This is a pretty sought after series right now.
It is. It's a really good one, honestly. And now
The
this
Mark
one's
Brooks
another
covers.
one too.
Yeah, I have the trade. I don't have the books, but I have the trade. This is a good.
So yeah, that's issue 1 there. Skachun also showed off. Issue 2's there, and that would be the non-variant canon cover.
I
love that cover. It's such a good one.
I would have had that on the wall, but I don't have it. So
make sure to order it now. Before
I would have had a lot of stuff on the walls, but I don't own it.
I've got
issue 4 and 5, and then after that, I believe is the variant.
Yeah, like I said, I have the trade of this, and every so often it puts the covers in it. Like when you read it, and there wasn't too many bad covers if I remember correctly. They were all pretty good.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Mace Windu's talking about he loves putting together hit squads. He loves having a whole team of Jedi go out to kill or take someone out. So he's going over his options here, and the first person he nominates is Kit Fisto.
Yeah.
So
he's not smiling though. He's kind of frumpy.
He's
got a Grogu look.
He's got that Grogu look. So on the left there is the variant.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I kind of like this because it's just so weird.
It's a play on Steranko's Nick Fury cover.
Especially this right here. This is top.
Yeah, Steranko's Nick Fury cover. It's a fun one. And but yeah, I love that Fisto there. He has the best you ever get him.
Looks like
I'm ignoring all your comments about poly-Catholic priests and everything.
He's tripping on those clone troopers under his legs there.
Yeah.
He's got a peg.
Well, do you like Yoda in the top left in the corner art?
Yeah. Well, Yoda's he's
cool.
He's about to jump out and go boo. He's playful.
Now, arguably, which do you like better as the canon cover?
Oh, yeah.
These are the options you have. Variant for 1 and an option and issue 2.
Yeah, no, I mean it's cool. This is funny. This guy I'm smiling, but this is obviously pretty well drawn.
Mm-hmm. And then this is the last you see of Kit Fisto in comics currently. So this is another one of Mace Windu's famous hit squad.
Yeah,
he has a lot, dude. And anyway, so they go and one mission, etc., and they show up with Kit Fisto, Qui-Gon. This takes place before episode 1, which is interesting to see.
Let me guess, it's Jar Jar's one and only cover appearance.
You know what? I didn't think about that. How many cover appearances he has in canon?
No, Jar Jar's got some of those like photo ones too.
Probably the IDW ones, right?
He's got some of those.
And yeah, there's his first toy.
Oh, I need this.
His first toy with that. That's not a smiling Jedi in either of those parts of this.
No.
I don't have this either.
And the Black Series one. I will say the art on the box looks really strange.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It cuts his forehead off.
And why is he pointing?
But he's ET phoning home. But I think the model looks pretty great at the Black Series.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
The problem with the Black Series is that once you start, you gotta like I don't know, you gotta
Yeah,
decide what not to collect because then it's just like, well, if I get Kid Fisto and I get this one, I got to get this one, and I might as well get that one, and I might as well get that one. So you're just gonna have to be like, no. So I get like Kenobi, and then I try not.
It's a rabbit hole. You don't stop.
It's not. And then there, of course, with the current gas and everything else going into it, because people forget that oil is going to everything, including plastics. Their prices are up on everything too, so it's already too expensive. Jar Jar is a Sith. You can only get that kind of hard hitting information right here. No explanation needed. Just Jar Jar is a Sith.
We'll have to cover Jar Jar then.
If we cover Jar Jar, we're definitely gonna go over that Sith thing because it's actually pretty funny. Because there's a lot of weird stuff that goes on. There is a lot of weird, like I don't understand why he's mouthing
the drunken
stuff.
fighting. Yes.
Yeah, we'll go over that if we do it. All right, so that is him, Kit Fisto. I think he's really cool. I do like I said, please, if you have any interest in him at all, please go look at the underwater stuff that he did in 2003. He did all himself. He needed no stunt doubles. It's actually pretty cool. And then before I forget, I decided to break up MrGarrell channel. If you haven't noticed, you guys probably didn't. I have a different logo. I moved the gaming stuff over to its own thing. MrGarrell Gaming is now a separate thing from this. And then I don't know. I kind of want to do some stuff with comic books again. But I don't know what, because it seems like you guys are only interested in who's selling and who's buying comic books these days. So, but yeah, so I kind of separated that out. So if you want to see gaming, you'd have to go to MrGarrell Gaming, and then this will just be Star Wars and comic books and the occasional toy. All hell, Darth Jar Jar, indeed. Dude, you're not lying. You know what? That's it. Okay, we're doing the Jar Jar thing because I'm like wanting to talk about it because I thought it was the stupidest thing ever. And then when they show him like for no reason, like his mouth is moving and he's not supposed to be talking, and then all of a sudden something happens. Like the very next scene is weird. Like it is kind of a weird thing.
There is some really weird stuff too. Honestly, there is. It is pretty suspicious.
So, does anybody have anything else to add to the Kit Fisto?
Keep on smiling.
Well, he's one of those ones that I do hope that he comes in. I don't necessarily need him in a live action because it is kind of a hard thing to do and not look kind of corny. But he's cool. He's a cool character, and the more I think about the Clone Wars, as much as I like it, I feel like it's my favorite Star Wars, right? But there's so many characters that I feel like they could have taken away maybe 10 minutes of like Anakin whining about something and just added a few more of these like random Jedis that I just want to know a little bit more about. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they could have done a few of those things. If I'm criticizing a little bit, because man, there's a lot of these Jedis we cover that I'm like, man, I wish I just knew a little bit more.
More of the bounty hunters too.
Oh yeah. Now, quickly, June, cosplay, yay or nay?
Oh, you know how I feel about that.
Let me guess. Because you think he might be too hot? Is that what you're worried about?
Would that be though? If it would just get a headpiece, it wouldn't be. Your face. You would just have to. I don't know how you would do it, but
yeah, I guess so. I mean, you would have to have some kind of prosthetic silicone, like the Twilight.
I was about to say it'd just be like doing a Twilight one, except for smaller and a bunch more of them,
or just grow your hair out.
A lot of socks filled with stuff.
Socks.
I mean, it's possible.
I don't know. That just really made me never want to be a cosplayer. Then socks filled with stuff just did not sound right. Like
the big black eyes could be a bit tricky.
Big. I was thinking the ski goggles.
Yeah, you could.
It says he'll do it. He'll do it for half the price and half the time. Just do a funny hat made from green tights.
That's essentially what they did for the movie.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted. So you're gonna get your full time. Can you close my doors, please? Always comes in only when I'm live. Never see them when I'm not live. Never do. All right, so that's it. We're gonna switch over to the new comic book day. Is that what I saw?
Yep.
Oh,
We
I
actually
think
got
so.
we actually got a lot of stuff this time, for once.
New comic books are about to be engaged.
Love it.
Always good.
I miss the Yoda
All right.
So yeah.
Yay!
there. Hey, I've heard this is really good.
Well, it's issue 15.
End of the arc.
End
The
of
Goblin, the Green Goblins in Star Wars now?
they crossed over. So yeah, you got the A cover, the B cover, and then you got 125.
Love the Nodo. Nodo does some great Star Wars covers.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first one.
Yeah, on the A cover there.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, issue 15 is the end of the first arc. Now they're transitioning to the next part of their High Republic saga. So
Listen, I know that we talked about this before. I think it was like, didn't Chris or somebody say they kind of decide ahead of time which one's going to be a ratio and they kind of hand it out. But man, I mean, it's a good cover. Don't get me wrong. And we've had way worse ratios, but it's just kind of weird how it always works out.
yeah. Now this one, I'd say on the other hand,
Ooh.
is great.
I kind of like all these actually.
Yeah, so the A cover there, terrific. I love the B cover is great, but the A cover just stands out.
Oh,
And
A
then-
cover is the best by far. Absolutely.
And the 1 in 25 is really good too.
Yeah, 125 is
Another
really good. This
Nodo
one,
cover.
Mm-hmm.
you know what? The more I stare at it, the more I'm kind of like, I don't know. But this one is definitely good. This one's definitely good.
No, I feel that would be a really cool cosplay.
Marcher and Ro. What's his name?
He's already got that.
Marcy and
That's just the scuba diver that he already did that one time. So.
And the Black Mana.
Black Manta. It'd be pretty cool.
Oh, I got this. You don't got
Well,
it.
here's really funny. These are second printings.
Yeah, he's
So
got
they
different armor.
So they made a second printing
What?
of the the Star Wars 20, first off. That was a great issue. A really good issue, honestly.
High
And-
Republic.
And then they did a second print of Darth Vader 20, the second printing of the C cover of the 50th anniversary, because it is, as we talked before, the first cover appearance of Mandalorian Grogu. Now, the way it's insane that they did a second printing of it. It's really funny.
But
I
he's
got
in
mine.
different armor. Did you know that?
Is he wearing the?
Oh shit! I don't know. I don't have mine with me.
Is he wearing the season 1 in the first one?
I will look at my Instagram post.
Yeah, look at it. Check it out because I think this one's Beskar
Oh, that's gonna be a third printing coming out then, where he's
wearing both.
No, it looks the same.
no,
Doesn't look
he's wearing the
different.
same.
It is.
Yeah,
Now
That's
that would
the
have
same.
been that's a missed opportunity. They should have done the second printing with
yeah, I
the
agree. But no, it's the same. It's the same.
Ah,
Seems to be the exact same.
I thought it was
third. That's good. That's for the third printing. It's for the third printing.
right.
Oh, I like this.
So
Don't mind that.
okay, so this is the next issue of Star Wars is 21. The one on the left's great. Now
Yeah, I like that.
A cover is great. B cover is another Mandalorian focused one on the anniversary special.
IG-11.
Yep.
Well, they
IG-11
sure know how to
and
milk that son of a gun,
the
don't
way
they?
himself. And then you got the action figure variant as usual, and I love that D variant for some reason. I thought it looks really great.
Yeah. What is that?
So
Oh.
it's a
Yeah.
stood looking over the stormtrooper outfit. All sad.
Disney stole my Star Wars black and yellow like that. I was the first one to ever do that.
Now that left, it's Vader profile, right? And then
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
else? Is he looking at somewhere? Is it what's on the right of Vader's face?
I don't think that's anything. I think
Oh,
that's just the ship
nothing.
broke open, and then he's got a flashlight looking at
Mhm.
some other debris bodies.
A sad stormtrooper. It's
Yeah.
like that one of Batman as a kid looking over his
Yeah.
dead parents.
And then you have this. So you have a Black Series Commander Wolf releasing, another fan favorite.
Behind me, devil. Look at this son of a motherless goat.
This-
I cannot stand Nerf.
Hey, just
This is
paint it,
insane.
get some weathering, and it'll look.
It's
it'll look-
$150, man.
That's pretty good.
Okay, then buy 2 and send me one. Then if it's so good.
Well, no, think about how much Nerf guns cost in the first place, right?
They're not $150. I have like 20 of them in this house.
For
I
the
got 2
rifles?
boys. Yeah, they're not that expensive. Not $150.
That is a lot. Hey, well, petroleum, plastics made of petroleum. So
Oh, don't throw it back in my face, sir. Do not throw that back at me. How dare you?
Plastic
Mark Cuddy, what's
coated.
happening? What's happening? What's happening?
So
Who's
yeah.
Cobb Vance? I don't even know that guy.
I mean, he's dead,
No, he's, he's dead.
Is he though?
to me.
He got that deadly shoulder shot. Never
So
been done.
yeah, well, that is a missed opportunity. So they should just had one of him in a back tank.
The back's a tank. Yeah.
If we don't get a Funko Pop of Boba just lying in the back of the tank in his underwear, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Okay, hold on. You know these are this aren't these are the same price. Why is 124 and 112?
So the one on the right is the Chase, so it's like a rare. Like
I know,
less-
but that's
less
not if you
made
buy it
one.
at if you buy it at the store, it's the same price. I just
The one on the right came out after the war started.
Oh, I see. Okay. Damn Ruskies. Oh, news. We're just gonna go with it.
Yeah.
Hey, the news.
Straight to news. So this is
Wow.
a really interesting one.
That's
Speaking of Mandalorian's first appearance, so starting in June, they are making a 8-issue maxi series, which will be an adaptation of the first season of Mandalorian. And it's gonna be written by Rodney Barnes and illustrated by George Genie, which I don't recognize either name.
who are these
Okay.
people? I was about to say I don't know either one of these. Who's Rodney and George?
Several variant covers for each. It's going to be ridiculous. And then they're also going to be, and the first issue is the main cover is Adi Granov. So
Now this will be the first full appearance.
now this is the first full appearance when this time comes.
But if what was it? So Jorge, if he did the illustration, this is good. So I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
So on top of that, it was so
God, that man's gotten old, dude.
Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary, and they were celebrating it in Star Wars Insider with 4 original stories featuring some of their popular characters. But yeah, 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones. I did not realize that.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
So another interesting one. This is a book called Star Wars Padawan. So it's featuring a young Obi-Wan Kenobi. And
Nothing about this makes me excited. I am like, okay, sorry, continue.
because you never really get content based on him at this age, especially not anytime like.
Looking at this picture, are you pretty excited that this is going to be an amazing content and in no way is going to trigger me looking at this picture right now?
So if I'm not mistaken, Kirsten White, when I was looking it up, she had written. Let me double check. Yeah, she had written the. It was a trilogy of books called Biss and Padme. So Queen's Shadow, Queen's Peril, and Queen's Hope. Apparently, they've all been pretty good.
All right.
Oh no, wait, sorry, K. Johnson. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with it.
Yeah. So Katrina put this one up here, which is great because this came out last minute news.
Yeah, we're all last minute.
The first thing Dark Horse will be releasing.
All right, bathroom break in July.
Yeah, sorry. The first,
What is going on right now? I can't see the screen. What are you doing?
the first thing releasing by Dark Horse is going to be a collection covering a ton of Rebels material. So featuring Rebels magazine with issues 155, and as the whole thing says on the right there, a ton of content based on Rebels. I'm releasing in July 6th. So
Shut up,
that's going to be the
Chris.
first thing for Dark Horse.
Damn it. Sorry.
So yeah, like from Rebels magazine, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it says, what does it say there? 43 different comics.
Which is crazy. That's going to be a huge trade paperback.
I'm buying that if it's still only $29.99 first off.
Yeah, that's not the cover, by the way. That's I'm
Just
pretty
a
sure.
temporary, yeah. I looked it up too because I was curious.
Yeah,
Good lord.
what?
White. Oh, apparently there's let's ignore him because if you criticize him, he threatens to cut you with a knife.
Yeah, there was no other news there except for this crazy
Yeah.
statue.
That's also coming in July.
Yeah, so
That is
Kotobuya.
super cool, but I got a feeling I'm not gonna like the price of it.
Yes, the Kotobuya does fantastic statues. Love their stuff, and this one is insane. The detail involved. Now you can guess why the detail is so good.
It's 1/7 scale.
1/7 scale, and it costs 27,000 yen. Which, can you take a guess what that is in USD?
That's like $27,000.
No, it's like I can't remember. It's either 270 or 2,000. I can't remember.
It's $240.
Yeah, I was about to say it's 240. Okay.
But I mean, if you're a statue collector, that's actually
Exactly.
not a bad price.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I have some Black Series because $20 for a Black Series or
10 times it.
but that does look really cool, man. You can't blame me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Reload it. What
Now
did
you can pay
do?
that, or you can pay the same price for that Mandalorian
Nerf gun.
the Nerf gun. Yeah, take your pick.
Let's see. He said to redo it.
Oh, look at that. Neuschwanstein.
I don't know. Whatever Google has. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
That's that famous castle in Germany.
Open up. You did what? Let's see.
Are you all right?
I see nothing.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
I think he was reloading the slideshow, right?
He told me to, but there's nothing here.
It's the same file, I think.
Open the slideshow again. He says in the slideshow, not just the.
Oh, good lord.
Well, let's see. He contributed. Let's go all the way down.
I'm pretty sure that was it, but maybe not.
Whatever it was, it didn't load in time because those are the two white ones. I think you were saying. See, there's nothing.
But he's saying there's a cool exhibit in New York opening for Star Wars. We'll take his word for it. It is cool.
Oh, that does sound kind of cool.
It looks very
White.
modern, where it's white, just white walls.
All right, that is Kid Fisto. Your news and your comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, because I kind of want to see that actually. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Any other stuff to go over?
No, nothing comes to
I
mind.
don't think so.
90 is here. Who left the back door open?
Me?
We came up with that pretty quick last week. We didn't wait till the weekend.
But I waited until 40 minutes before we started to do my part, which was fantastic. Usually I'm the one waiting, going, "What are we doing?" So I can do the work, and then you guys gave me plenty of time, and I'm like, "Oh shit, I got to do something." No, I really was that.
It's
work,
good
but.
now. Is we now know for a fact it's Jar Jar next week. So that's the first time 7 days ahead.
Are we doing Jar Jar next week? Are you serious?
I hope we are.
Oh, good lord! The big time characters start coming out.
The big time.
Okay, if we're doing Jar Jar next week, we are doing Darth Jar Jar. We're not even gonna. We can spend 30 seconds talking about that bumbling idiot, regular Jar Jar, but we're going full on Darth Jar Jar. If we're doing Jar Jar next week, we're gonna talk about the conspiracy of the Darth Jar Jar.
Well, we're gonna have to talk about his relationship with his father in the comics. We have to talk about that.
And sand.
And his slowly driving his father almost to commit suicide.
It's gonna be hard though because you need a lot of video evidence. So it's going to be hard to do video evidence and stuff. So we'll have to figure it out because it's a lot of like in the background, he's going and then something falls over and it triggers something else and it triggers something else.
He says a line, he mouths the line out and just before the actor would say a line.
Yeah. And it doesn't make sense because he's not a real actor. So why the hell is he mouthing their line?
They have to animate that in, so it's a little weird. Anyways, we'll talk about that then.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming by. Like I said, don't expect any of you to sub up, but it is there now. MrGarrell's Gaming. MrGarrell here for comic books, toys, and Star Wars. Also have MrGarrell on Discord where we can discuss a lot more Star Wars stuff, put all the news and stuff on there. And I think that's it. Yes, he was a drunken monk, and that is one of the main things we'll talk about. Is he seemingly just finds a way to make it happen. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Darth Jar Jar.